Yo, what up? It's your boy Migs, and we are on episode four. Four. Um, how's everybody doing? I didn't do it. I didn't do episode last week. Super busy. You know how it is. But I did do live. If y'all wanna follow me on Kick, I think it's Migs00, and you can follow me on Kick, and I'll be doing like little lives. Um, in the weekend or something, at least once a week. I'm gonna try to give y'all content. Um, Still getting the hang of it, and I want to give a thank you to shout out to all my supporters and everybody that's been showing love. I appreciate it. People commenting the bad, the good. I love it. Keep them coming. Um, what else? I need everybody to like and subscribe and comment as much as you can. I need everybody to comment, subscribe, like. Let's get it up. Let's we're showing new music, so let's show the people. um so yeah, a lot happened in 2 weeks. um I don't know if y'all saw my live, but I was talking about a lot of politics. Last episode there was no politics, but this episode is a lot of politics. We're not, there's just been a lot going on. If you guys are aware, some people don't really care for politics, but it's everywhere now. It's in your face. I can't deny it now. So yeah, we had the Grammys. Um, Shout out to all the winners. We ain't gonna hate on that. They worked hard, so we never gonna hate on that. But I just didn't like how it was just a bunch of followers. Like everybody was just following each other. It was basically propaganda. In that award show, it was like a bunch of propaganda. And I'm just like, like everybody's winning an award, and it's like, oh, F Ice, F Ice, F Ice. Bro, we get it. We get it. You guys don't like them. I understand. They don't do their job right. They're, aggressive to people. They're killing people. We get it. F Ice. We know that. But at the Grammys, bro, come on. Everybody is like everybody said it. Only one person didn't say it was Jelly Roll. He's like, talking about Jesus Christ and God. I mean, so it's like the Grammys always been known for like propaganda and trying to put their political beliefs in their shows. So it ain't nothing new. I just feel like people need to stop being followers and always want to be with the cool kids. Like everybody want to be with the cool kids. So um yeah. um Let me see. Yeah, so I mean the Grammys. I'm trying to figure out. I think I want to say something else about the Grammys. What was one thing I remember? I guess not. I guess not. So I'm sorry, having a little technical difficulties. All right, so the Epstein files. Whoa, whoa, it's getting real. It's getting real. Jay Z came out in the files. Now you're seeing Jay Z with Epstein. Not Epstein, Harvey Weinstein. Um, it could get bad. It could get really bad. But like Bill Gates is like the number one suspect. And it's like, look at karma. Look at karma. Just look at karma. This is the guy that pushed for the COVID vaccine. Pushed for COVID. He said it would happen maybe like 5 years ago. He said this what COVID did. He predicted it. He basically, my opinion, he was part of that. And now look at karma. That's why you always gotta stay true. You always gotta stay true to yourself, and no matter what, it's all gonna come around and it's all gonna play out the way it needs to be. Look at him now. Look at Bill Gates. His wife, his wife saying, not even denying all the allegations. She's basically saying, yeah, this like she don't want to say it because she knows like I gotta be careful. But if you guys watch her talking, she's saying hints like, yeah, he was that guy. You know, like getting STDs from women that, and giving it to his wife. She didn't deny it. So the biggest names is Bill Gates, Jay-Z. I mean, people want to say Trump is on it, but I don't know, man. I heard something happened to Mar-a-Lago, and Trump did not want no part of him after that. I heard something happened to Mar-a-Lago, and he cut off Epstein after that. And there's something people. I'm gonna go on my live. We're gonna go deeper into it on my live. But yeah, he never went on that island. So you guys need to do your research on these Epstein files. It's a lot of your favorite people on those files. You got Mondami's mother. Mondami's mother is on the files, holding him as a baby. Mondami was on the island as an infant. So it's like, yo, the tables turn, and when the tables turn, the tables turn. I'm telling you. Nobody's perfect. I'm not defending anybody, but the truth is always gonna come out. And everybody's going against Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton is one of the most worst people you could ever think of. And nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about Obama was ready to pardon Jeffrey Epstein. And that's a fact. But nobody talks about it. Everybody want to talk about ICE and Trump. But they all have their evil. And politics is all gonna have their evil. But really look at who's the real evil. Y'all gotta see the signs. Y'all gotta wake up. Y'all gotta use your third eyes. And y'all gotta stop being sheep. We have a lot of sheep. And it's disgusting. Very disgusting. So yeah. Like, it's disgusting. Everybody wants to follow. No, but everybody want to follow the new trend and post the same thing everybody else is posting. Nobody want to be original no more. Everybody want to sit down with the cool kids in the lunch table. That's what's going on. Nobody wants to take that risk and sit by themselves with the nerds and be like, yeah, I'm over here with them, swagged out, still got a flow, still with my head up. Nah, everybody want to follow the trends. It's ridiculous. And I still love y'all though. Whatever beliefs y'all have, whatever thing you believe, at the end of the day, we human. We human, and I would never take it personal, like, oh, I'm gonna block him. He likes this. He likes that. He likes this. He doesn't he's not on our side. Nah. That's what they do. That's what sheep do. I'm here to agree with each other, agree to disagree. At the end of the day, we still human beings. We still have the same blood. We all bleed. Our hearts all beat. So it's like, like, who cares of what I think? Who cares what you think? But when you guys using it for hate, you know, and now I remember I didn't like about the Grammys. Bad Bunny before he said his speech, he goes, before God, I want to say F Ice. What? Come on, bro. God is first. God is first. What do you mean before God, I want to say F Ice, Ice out? God is first. God is love. Come on, man. When I saw him say that, I said, before God, I want to say Ice out. No, it's God first. But let's get off that topic because my blood pressure boils when I think about it. But I hope one day we all could agree to disagree and just know that we are humans and we are trying our best. We're not perfect. Everybody has different ideologies, but we're humans. Just like Joe Rogan said, everybody was a baby once. At one point in their life, they were innocent. So always think about that when you meet somebody and you want to treat them bad or talk bad about them. Everybody once was a baby. Life made them that way. So don't judge. Don't be so hateful. So yeah, let's go before we start the new music with Mickey. The industry. I saw a video with Jimmy Levine, whatever his name is, talking about the streaming services and how it ruined the music business. And it was like a person like him saying that. That's big, very big executive, very big label owner talking like that. That's bad. Streaming has ruined ruined the artist that's trying to come up and trying to make a living. Um, I started the music industry in about like 2006 I started. Man, it was so different. You know how it felt to just like, bro, to go to the studio was like a mission. You would have to save your money, write the songs in your room, you know, press play, um, stop it, write the lyric, write the melody, press play. Like it was a mission, and then save enough money to find the studio on Craigslist or some beat up studio somewhere, and you just the whole process was amazing, and it was so hard to get your music out there. And like streaming, I respect it because now everybody could be heard, but now everybody's heard, but no one's making money. Only the top of the top, only the elite. And everybody knows like these days, what do you got to do to be elite? You got to, you know, act like a clown. You got to do something dumb to go viral on the internet. It's like back then, you put in the work, and if it was good, you went somewhere. You even made a little money. You even made a little money. You recorded a song, you know, had demos. Man, I remember when my first album came out with Group of Rush. Do you know what it was to go? What was the name of the CD store? What was the name of that CD store? I don't remember. But it was like the biggest one that they had it in the malls and stuff like that. You know what that feeling was to go to the mall or not go to the mall and your CD is on the racks? It's one of the best feelings in the world. Or your song being on the radio. All that is done, finito. Like nobody's listening to the radio no more. The only way you listening to the radio is if if your phone turned off, or your phone you don't got a phone. But nobody's listening to the radio. The music is so different and it's so watered down, and I hope that they do something with these streaming services. I hope they take it out and like charge people to listen to their music. If they really want to hear it, pay for it. Pay that $10. Like I'm really on the verge of like not putting my stuff on streaming services and just I rather nobody hear my music and let the people that want to buy it hear it. Because it's like I heard somebody say that they had like 5 million views and they only made like 50 million views and they only had like $5,000 from it. That's terrible. I think Snoop Dogg said he had like a billion streams of like $10,000 only or $100,000 only. Like everybody check out that Jimmy Levine interview. It was pretty good. I'm probably gonna put it on my the live. When I go live, I'll probably play the video for y'all. But yeah, let's get straight to it. Let's go to new music with Miggy. No singles today. I didn't really hear any singles. I just heard albums. Oh, whoa, I did hear a single. Sorry, I did hear a single. The baby, pop that thing. Man, oh man, that was straight caca, caquintong. I gave that a 4.5. Man, what's up with this? Like, you took a long break and you're coming back with some dumpster juice, bro. I gave that a 4.5. It was called the baby, pop that thing. Nah, man. It just shows me that like when you got a good label and you're making the hits with that label, you might want to stay with that label for a while. If your career went at a good pace, you might want to stay with the label that you was with. A lot of these artists, they get big headed and they think that they're the prize. Sometimes you're not the prize, bro. The label's the prize. And it could get tough. It could get tough, but sometimes you gotta stay with that label. And it's showing right now with his music. His music is like a bunch of yes man. Like he in the studio like this shit tough, right, bruh? And then everybody's like, yeah, that's hard, bruh. That's hard. That's hard right there, bruh. You need to put that out. He got one of those in the studio. A label they gonna keep it real. You know. So I gave that a 4.5, man. We need to hear better. Hopefully the album is better. I'm gonna save J. Cole for last. Um, Also I heard Don Toliver, Octane. Nah, man. He had the movie. He had the movie. He had the he did it in the observatory in Cali. That he did it in the space station. Like the whole movie. The whole movie. So I'm like, dang, this album about to be hard. And I'm hearing it and I'm like, okay, okay, okay. And nah, man. Like literally, I gave it a 6.3. I gave Don Toliver Octane a 6.3. You know why? Because the producer saved his life. The producers saved that man's life. That he was not saying anything in that album. I'm like, come on, man. He had one song with sampling Marcus Houston naked, and I was like, oh, this is hard. And then he ruined the song, putting some kid named Tizo Touchdown on it. Ruined the song. Literally, the producer saved this guy's album because he did not do anything. No, bro, we don't want to hear that. Yo, he was literally giving me anxiety. Like my blood pressure was going up. I had to stop the car and breathe. I had to use my Apple Watch and put the breathe because of how my blood pressure was high. Hearing that alien effect all the time. Come on, man. Sick of these artists, bro, with these budgets and it's like, what are you doing? I'm gonna give those producers a 6.3. How about that? Jesus. I heard Honcho. I don't know. I just heard it to hear it because he's in the culture, but Every song is about him robbing. Okay, we get it. You rob people. I gave that a 5.9. It was called Not One of Them. Every song was about him robbing. It's like, okay, we get it. That's cool. Same flow. Beats weren't even like mixed with the vocals well. Vocals were way too higher than the beats. 5.9. I just heard it to hear it. Um, Not much to say about that. I think he's trying to sound like a little baby, to tell you the truth. But I mean, he's trying. So shout out to him. I heard LMA's new album. If I wasn't driving listening to it, I probably would have fell asleep. It was a good album. I gave it a 6.9 because the lyrics, like you could tell she had a team behind it, and it was not bad music, but it's the same tone. She don't really go up too much. It was just the same tone throughout the whole album. Very lazy, very like I'm rich. My boyfriend is Jason Tatum vibes. Didn't sound hungry on this album, but I still gave it a 6.9 because it wasn't bad, and I'm not gonna be a hater. It was great production, but I gave it a 6.9. Um, but yeah, last but not least, J. Cole, The Fall Off. Sorry. Amazing. Amazing. Great album. Great album. Amazing album, J. Cole. Wow. Wow. He took a little break from making albums, but it was worth it. The lyrics, bro, the lyrics, very good. Very good. Very good album. Man, one of the songs, I think it was called I forgot. It was like in the second disc. Great album. Almost shed a tear. Almost shed a tear on one of them. Because it was like you could feel the pain when he was spitting those lyrics. The one with Biggie, and Tupac. Wow, wow, so creative, and the album was so hip hop. The first disc was so hip hop. I felt like I felt like I was in '09 when I was smoking for the first time. Oh wait, listening to hip hop albums. I'm not really a hip hop guy, but my one of my boys put me on to like all those hip hop albums, and it had that same feeling. That same feeling. Great album. I gave it a 8.0. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Great album. Um 8 out of 10 is great. Great. I'm telling you, 10 out of 10, it's really hard to get a 10 out of 10. If you guys go on IMDb, the movies ain't getting no 10 out of 10s. It's always 8 or less. 10 out of 10 is like perfection, and it's hard to perfect stuff. But 8 out of 10 is great. Great album, man. I Everybody should listen to it if you're a hip hop fan. J. Cole's my favorite rapper. I mean, I like Drake, but all the allegations with ghostwriting and stuff, I can't really say like 100% rapper. J. Cole is my favorite rapper, and I was very impressed. I'm proud of J. Cole. Um, I'm proud of all the Grammy winners, and I'm just doing this stuff just to like get people hyped to make great music again. And like when I hear music, I want to be inspired. I want another kid to be inspired. I want a young kid to hear it and want to be a great musician from just listening to music. So yeah, man, this is episode 4. Um I'm so glad that I'm doing this and I'm talking to y'all and y'all seeing the content. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Comment, bad or good. I don't care. Let's engage, like, and everybody remember to stay healthy and try to always keep the truth. Try to always tell the truth. I'm out. It's your boy Miggy. Holla.
To tell you the truth, this way you need to be. To tell you the